Right, on to the first boss, whose name is Wright. This boss is more annoying than difficult. It should be noted that he can be one-shot. If you haven't seen it, I absolutely recommend checking out Hutchler's video 5 hours after Incursion release, and we're one-shotting bosses. How they do it seems to be very akin to how you one-shot the Buddy and Lucy from Dark Hours Raid, although I'm not entirely sure on how they're doing it. For doing it casually, because we're a bunch of filthy scrubs over here, the thing to note is quite simple, that his melee is bollocks, so don't get hit. Now you're going to see a lot of people say, oh, you need Hasbro here. You don't. We are running 3 DPS and a healer. And the idea is just run away. That is it. The idea simply, well, less simply, is we need to get him on those white squares that hopefully you can see on the floor. Each of those white squares will be under one of the fire safety systems, which is in correspondence to 4 circle dial things that we have in the back room, which I just turned. Get him under there, hit the corresponding dial, and you turn his flames off. Once you turn his flames off, he is damageable. If you're doing this through DPS like we are, it should very easily be 1 rotation equals 1 kind of checkpoint. We've just hit the first one where he did a explosion. You should hopefully now be able to see this little marker on his health. Once he hits that, he will do his weird, I'm going to throw, for me it's like neon pink, I'm colorblind, I'm not sure. He'll throw a gas around the room, he strikes his knee with his axe, it explodes. Group up around your healer, drop 1 chem on the floor. Due to the way in which Future Initiative works, that 1 chem is more than enough to actively heal you. Most of this boss is you standing around waiting for these damn things to hit 99. You should be able to see it here, counting up from 80 to counting up from 80 at this point. When you activate it, it goes down to 0. Yeah. You can only interact with them when they go to 99, so you spend a lot of your time just waiting around. But typically, 1 rotation, if you've got the DPS, because it is just a pure DPS check, regardless of what the devs said or think, it is just pure DPS check. There's a mechanic to the DPS check, but it's still a DPS check. Once you've got him down far enough, you'll hit the second checkpoint, which he'll do the gas cloud again. That last one that you can see at the very end of his health bar, where you've got his boss symbol, which is Chunga, and then his status. I don't know what that is. He doesn't do anything. It seems to be that when that happens, there's a voice line where Kelso says something on the lines of, without his armor, he's just a man, kill him now. Yeah. There's not a lot to it. As you can see, like, we're just grouping up. It's going to blow. We heal, basically, straight back to full. There's no problem. The reason for this is just because of the shared heal with Future Initiative. And then we just run around again, not forgetting to clear ads. While he is being led around, he will target the person who pressed the valve. If you're the one that pressed the valve, you're the one that's going to get all the love. After the second checkpoint, Chungas will start to spawn around the map as ads, which can get a little bit annoying. They are the minigun variants of the cleaner Chungas, so they can do some pretty hefty damage. As you just saw, I'm near enough just got wiped by 1 Chunga. But the overall mechanic doesn't actually change. It's just run around in a circle, kite him under those weird panels on the floor with like the weird star symbol, hit the corresponding valve, get him wet, because we all love it when a Chunga's wet, and then just DPS him. Ideally, you will want the Strikers build. It's also one of the reasons why on occasion you'll see, while he's immune, we still shoot him. And the reason simply for this is to keep stacks up so that when he isn't immune, we have full stacks, so we're able to get as much damage in as possible. It should take 4 rotations. Ideally, 3 to 4 minutes. It's not a difficult boss. The worst thing about this boss is just his absolute massive girthacious slong, which has the hitbox of a fucking freight train. Other than that, it is just really, really simple. Now, like I said, you can, if you want. I don't recommend, because I don't see a purpose for it, going for a Hasbro tank, just so that you could ensure that person has the aggro all the time. Although I personally don't see the point. He's dead now, and we now just enter that very, very long wait of him trying to die. So I'm going to speed the footage up. It takes a minute. Like, honestly, his death animation takes nearly as long as the actual bloody fight. After which, it's basically run through a series of corridors, which is just meh, to get to the final boss, which is where we're going to get our final video. There are a few hidden secrets around this area, but overall, yeah, it's pretty easy. It is easy. I'm sorry, devs. It's easy. You've made an easy mode. So yeah, we're just going to run through the corridors. You can see there's a lot of them. I kind of feel like we spend half our time running rather than actually playing. But yeah, once you get to the outside, that's it. Have fun, good luck, don't die. Bad for the health.